everyone, and welcome back to the Voices of the Youth podcast. Today, in this episode, we are going to be talking about how does culture affect you. But before we get started, we are going to be doing a quick introduction. So, my name is Success. I'm 17 and I'm in grade 12.
Hey guys, my name is Rejoice. I'm 16 and I'm in grade 11.
Hi everyone, my name is Esther. I am 16 and I'm also in grade 11. So how's everyone doing?
Well, me personally, I'm doing great because exam season is finally over, well, till semester 2, and I have 5 months till I graduate. What about you, Idris?
I feel the same way. Exam season's finally over. I can actually sleep in peace for once and not worry about the next day. School is almost over. It's almost summer once again. And yeah, life's just good for me. What about you, Esther?
I'm actually drained. I'm really tired. I have 3 exams coming up. I have 1 religion exam, a physics exam, and a chemistry exam. So there's a lot. I'm not going to lie. So yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about that, but you got this though. I know you got this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about how does culture affect you. So I think we have to establish what culture is. So what is culture to you guys?
What do you think, Esther?
No.
okay.
No, this was I need to go on Google.
Okay. Culture to me is someone's identity. You know, it's something that makes a person who they are. And there's different parts of culture. So ethnicity, religion, the language you speak, and just what you eat, who you are. And that's what I think culture is. What about you, Joyce?
I also think the same way. Culture really identifies you. You can kind of think of us as all a bunch of blank crayons, and then culture is what color we are.
I like that.
Yeah. So I think, me personally, I think that's what culture really means. What do you think, Esther?
Honestly, I agree. I also agree. I think culture plays a big part in someone's identity. It makes them who they are. As you said, in terms of even language, your language is your identity as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, what's Black culture? I mean, we're all Black.
Correct.
I think it's good to just what is Black culture to you as a Black person?
What is Black culture to you?
To me?
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
I think it's crazy.
Don't you switch it on me. Okay, Black culture to me is, the same thing as what culture is. It's just Black components. So my hair, the fact that I do my hair braids, twist, cornrows, and I'm African, so even the African components, so the food I eat, jollof rice, fried rice, fufu, and and also the clothes I wear, because I know a lot of throughout history, Black people have really influenced fashion, and I feel that's also part of my culture as a Black person as well. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you literally took all the words that I was about to say. It's crazy, but yeah, I also agree with that too. For me, what is Black culture? I think mainly in the food. I like food a lot. Who doesn't, right? And literally everything you just said, mainly defines Black culture.
Yeah. What about you, Esther?
Yeah, as you said, you said everything. I think hair is a huge thing. When you have a different type of hairstyle, it really signals others that this person is they're Black.
Yeah.
Also food. I'm Nigerian, so the authentic jollof rice. There's that. There's different foods, and that's all a big part of Black culture. Even the music, let's not forget that. The music is a big part of Black culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mainly also like the arts in Black culture when it comes to dancing,
Yeah.
singing, like actual like art, like visual drawings and stuff like that. I love that a lot. And also you have like the religious take. Wait, not really. Not religious take.
Not really. I
Yeah, not
mean,
really. My bad.
because
It's
like anyone,
yeah, anyone could
anyone
be
could be whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I mean, sorry. The black culture in the States, when it comes to church and stuff, like, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
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 It depends on like where you are, like where you live.
Yeah.
Like if you live in Africa, like certain parts of Africa,
It's like Muslim, like
yeah,
a
some
lot of
people
Yeah, like
practice
different cultures. Yeah.
Muslim. Yeah,
There's Muslims, there's Christians,
yeah,
there's
there's Christians.
Yeah.
there's all the
Atheists,
other stuff.
there's
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, do you think that there's there's stereotypes along with black culture?
Of course.
Of course.
There's stereotypes in every culture. Like people can just think one way of you just because of the culture that you're in.
So how do you think that affects you as an individual? Like,
That's a good question. The way it affects me is like how people like see me, cause like you can like they could like hear like your culture in terms of like, let's say for example like music, right? And like there's like a lot of black producers and like black like creators in like the music industry, and like they have like their effect on like the black culture and like black community, right? And like maybe sometimes people can just view you as like one of those people. Am I talking nonsense or like, what's
No.
happening?
I get your drift.
yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, there's this generalization, like because there's so many people in that specific culture, and you also fit with that culture, like part of that. I mean, you are black, so people will automatically assume that you're from a certain culture. But I feel like black culture in general is just so diverse.
Agreed.
So
Yeah.
it's not just one way. And I also believe it depends on where you live too. So like in America and like in North America, black culture, I mean, I don't know. Wait, what am I saying?
I'll take your time.
It's okay, let's say for example Africa, right? They have their own culture and it's way different from black culture in America, but we're all black,
Yes.
So I feel like it depends
So
on where you are.
you can kind of say like black culture in certain regions of the world like it identifies black culture in a sense, right?
Yeah, but then we're all one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're all one, but then again, we're diverse, like,
Yeah.
What do you think, Esther? Or wait, did you already say it, your thing? Or
about the stereotypes.
yeah.
Yeah, like even down to like the way you dress. Sometimes like although it is black culture, there is like a stigma around like the way that like I guess the ideal black person may dress. Like if one may wear baggy clothes, which is actually a big part of like black culture in terms of like streetwear and stuff. They might see the person that has like ghetto or like like unprofessional, and like the way you dress really isn't like
The be all and all.
yeah, exactly.
say all.
Yeah. Yeah, like even down to like even locks now. Like now like things are getting better, but like I feel like a couple years back, like in terms of even getting a job, like when like black males would enter like a place and they want to get, a job, like just seeing that they have locks on their head, like they like people who would employ them would see them as like unkept and
or
whatnot,
unprofessional.
like and it's just no.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
So how do you feel when other people decide to use your culture or like take little pieces from your culture and like try to, like for example,
Appropriate it?
appropriate it.
Okay.
Like for example, there's been so many celebrities. Well, one being Kim Kardashian.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian wore cornrows, but she's not black. So how do you feel about like that when people do that?
I mean, me personally, I feel like if the person could rock it, they could rock it. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, there is a history behind braids and like, you know, black people braids. Back then, slaves time, these people would like braid and do cornrows like to signify like the way the fields would look, and like they would even like put rice in the cornrows,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so it's all history, and just saying, oh, it's just braids, it's just no,
Yeah.
there's history attached to it. I even heard like these people, like even like Kim Kardashian, like they're even like trying to rename it and call it like boxer braids, like the two braids. It's actually like the ignorance is real in terms
Yeah.
of like the black culture,
Yeah, people using the black culture, yeah, for sure. And yeah, so Rejoice. I think, like, how do you feel about, for example, do-rags, right, are mainly worn by black men. How do you feel when, like, a white man decides to wear a do-rag or try to get waves or whatever?
I mean, like, it comes to that, it's like I said before, if you could rock it, you could rock it, you could rock it, right? But I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes you guys do look goofy. Not gonna lie, sometimes you guys do look goofy wearing do
Yeah, I second
rags
that. I
and
second
like having waves on and stuff. Like I understand what you're trying to say. Like there's just like certain styles mainly meant for like certain races in a sense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like in terms of like other stuff, like obviously hair it goes like way deeper than like I'm explaining it, but in terms of like yeah, literally what I just said, like if you could rock it, you could rock
So I
it.
have a question. If you're able to insert a picture, I'm going to insert a picture right here. How do you feel when black people now decide to take or try other people's culture? So I know, like, I've seen, like, these buns kind of thing, and it had these, like, I guess chopsticks. It's kind of from, like,
Oh, yeah,
Chinese
yeah,
culture,
yeah.
if I'm saying it
Oh.
wrong, but I'll insert a picture. But how do you feel when black people try to take, or not take, but appropriate other people's culture? Do you think there's that same level of, like, that's wrong type thing?
I mean like I said before, I'll say it again. If you could rock it, you could rock it. I guess. I mean, like that type of style, I guess, is mainly for like their type of people, right? Because like I guess like I could say it looks best on them, just like how like waves could look better on a
Yeah.
black person instead of a white person. You can kind of like have the same ideology with like you said, an Asian person, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chinese.
yeah. It could have a better look on an Asian person than a black person, right? But if I if one day if I'm just walking down the street and I see a dude rocking that and it looks good on him and like he's black, if he could rock it, he could rock it. Me personally, I truly don't care.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So, I have another type of question.
Okay.
So basketball, right? That is part. I mean, majority of black people do play basketball. Let's be real. But do you think that sport, or at least like it being kind of, where is that coming from?
I don't know. It's not
The
my fault.
buzz?
Yeah.
Shoot, that might be my phone.
That's right. So
We'll wrap it up quickly. Anyways.
It's okay.
So, yeah, basketball is pretty much part of black culture too. So, do you think that that sport and like many other sports or things that are mostly done by black people, so like for example, roller skating, I know that's like done by black people a lot. Do you think that belongs to them? Like,
I mean, like, sports doesn't like belong to anybody, right? Like,
Yeah,
cause
yeah.
you gotta think about like a white person made basketball, right?
I think.
No, it's factual. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
factual.
yeah, okay.
Like a white person made basketball, but that doesn't mean that he made it for like a certain group, right? It's
Yeah.
just a game in
It's
a
just a game.
sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
like,
facts.
my opinion, anyone can play it, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Agree.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts, opinions?
Is that it?
Yeah. how long has this been rolling?
Like
15.
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Should we
Wow.
like talk a little more? Is there something like
If you guys want to keep on going, keep on going. It's okay.
culture?
I mean, we didn't get Esther's intake on that last part that you
Oh,
said
wait.
about sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sport. No, I totally agree. Like, it's for everyone, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I don't have much to say about that
Yeah.
point.
Mm.
I kind of do want to go back on, like, the whole Chinese chopsticks in one's hair, though.
Okay.
But I have a question for you guys.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys talked about this, but how do you guys feel like, especially the women, when people will be like, "Oh my God, is that your hair? Is that real?" Is like knowing that's your culture, getting braids and stuff like that. Like, how was that experience?
I
Yeah.
think you guys are gonna have to answer that because
Yeah.
I never had that happen to me because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's definitely difficult, you know, and it kind of makes you feel less of yourself when people are pointing out your hair because you know it's like synthetic hair and like you kind of feel bad because you don't have, you know, you have hair, but you've added hair now. And now you have to kind of explain it to people. And especially when they're like, oh, how did you get that? Like, how did you tie it? And what? I'm just like, can it just be on my head? Like, why do you have to ask me these questions,
Yeah.
you know? What about you, Esther?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I even heard some comments like, "Oh my gosh, your hair was just short yesterday, and now it's like all the way up here." And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. I think there's like a lot of ignorance in terms of like black people's hair, and like, I mean, some questions do come out of like pure
Curiosity.
oh my gosh, like pure curiosity, you know. But I think it needs to be taught more, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you feel when people like come up and touch your hair without like
Oh.
permission? There's like this whole thing where like, oh, you have to ask for permission. you know?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I used to take like puffs to school and, you know, people got curious. They're like, ooh, hair. And I'm like, yo, it's not that deep. But I guess it is deep to them because maybe they're not used to like, maybe they're not used to seeing people in like hair like mine. So,
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
like kind of feel the same way because like I remember back in like middle school, like my hair would be like as soft as like a sheep's hair, kind of like in a sense, right? So like people would just be
Okay.
like legit just walk up to me, like it's mainly my friends, right? Because like if some random person did that, I don't even think a random person would do that, just like walk up to you, especially in school and stuff, right? But like mainly my friends, they'll just like walk up and be like, "Oh my gosh, Rejoice, your your hair is so soft. Like today is just like crazy, right?" But like I didn't really like that, but like what can I do? Like I told them to stop, and they stopped. But like, yeah, they should have just known in the first place, just like not to do that, and just like walk up to me and just like just instant start tapping it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not right. I feel like it's not right. Like people need to start educating, at least educate each other and also educate yourself. Like if you're curious, don't bring it to public. Like type it up on Google or something, you know, about black hair.
And that brings me to my next like.
Ooh, sorry,
I-
I just had a
I
I just had a question.
So like how well do you think other people of other races are educated on like other like races and cultures? Like think about like I don't know, for example, how well do you think a white person is educated about black culture? Like
That's a good question. Because, you know, I was about to ask, how do you feel about white people adopting black kids when they don't even know anything about their hair? Yeah, but, what was your...
that's an interesting
I
question.
kind of want to I kind of want to answer yours.
Okay.
I might come back to yours, but I just feel like there's many ways to learn online. You know, like before you have your child, your black child, like you can learn, and I think too, like not knowing how to work with such hair is fine as well once you have your black child. Like as they grow up, you will also be practicing on their hair as well, you know. So that's how I personally see it. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
learning is a process. So
Even
yeah.
like
With
some,
time, yeah.
Yeah, even some like black parents themselves, they don't even know how to manage hair. So,
exactly.
yeah, it's a learning process for everyone.
Yeah.
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 What was your question again?
My question was like, how well do you think other like cultures and like like other people of different colors are educated on like cultures like ours?
Yeah. How much do I think they are?
Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, like,
I don't
wait,
know.
let me answer that
Okay.
real quick. I feel like, I mean, like, other than like Black History Month and like months like that, I feel like other than that, like they usually like don't tap into it. Not like it's not like they should be forced to like, oh, you should know like every Black person that's like of significance. Like they shouldn't know like up to that point. Like they could know if they want to, but like it shouldn't be forced upon them to know up to that point. But
But
I lost. I lost this.
like they should at least be aware, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Especially since our culture affects us on a daily basis, especially for like police brutality and stuff like and racial profiling. Like that plays a part in our culture because the way our dressing sometimes and also like our hair and also just being Black in general. That's also part of culture. Like our skin color also plays a part in like that police brutality and also racial profiling. So it's so important that people understand our culture because it affects us on a daily basis. Yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in into our episode. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.